What's up YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage, and in this video I'm gonna start cleaning out the interior. I'm just gonna wipe down the dash, the seats, vacuum out the carpet, take out all these parts out of here, put them in the storage unit. The 79 that's over there is the storage unit. And then I do want to rip out the headliner. See how bad it is? Need to take that out. I don't want it to be flipping and flapping as I'm driving the car, test driving the car. So I am doing the interior later on, way later on, not right now. So this is just going to be a cleanup so that way I could get it street ready as I'm working on the engine. And my attention is on the motor right now. I just want to be able to get it out in the street and be able to drive it without any issues on the inside, right? I am also removing the wheels so I can clean up them white walls, clean up the hubcaps. I also want to check the suspension to see how everything's looking down there. Everything is brand new. I just want to wipe it down and see what it's looking like. Let's keep it moving. Alright YouTube, so in order to take off the headliner over here, I do have to remove the seat belts. So I gotta hit this one right here, take that off. I'm using a T47 bit to take that off. Gotta take off the one on the driver's side, and also the dome light over here. So this is held on by some push nuts, or I think that's what they're called. They're fast nuts. Let me see if I can get a good view for you guys right there. See that right there? I'm gonna try to take these out with some needle nose pliers, try to twist them off. So these pins that you see here are actually on the car itself, so they're pointed down, and then those fast nuts, or whatever they're called, push nuts, they're holding it up right there. So I'm gonna try to take that off. And it also has a whole bunch of screws over here. Let me see if I can show you that too. So these are screwed in to the hardtop, so got those all the way around. I think it's, let me see, 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 on each side, so I got to remove those, and then everything should come off. These pieces here that are falling over, I think I have the screws for them. Once I take off the headliner, I am going to screw them back to the quarter panel on both sides. I'm not planning on taking these off. They're already falling apart, as you can see in the back over there. But for right now, I mean, it's good. If I have to take them off, I'll take them off, but hopefully they can hold on for a little bit longer. Probably a couple months, maybe 6 months tops, before I hit it with a new interior. Look at that. I still haven't decided what color I'm going with, but white is what I'm leaning towards right now. I just don't know how I'm gonna do the carpet, the dash, and all that stuff. So let's keep on moving. Check this out. If you ever wonder what these dome lights look like once you remove them, this is what they look like right here after removing those push nuts from here, from those holes. If this thing will focus, then I can show you those pins right there. You see them right there. You see that right there? Barely see it right there. Once I remove the headline, I'll give you a better view of that, because it doesn't look all that great right now. So to remove the wires here, a lot of people cut them from what I've seen. But if you see this right here, if I can give you a good view here, they're actually clipped on from this side of the dome. So you got to stick a screwdriver as big as this, or as small as this, on each side to remove it. And then you see how it's clipped on there. Hopefully you can see that. I'll put some arrows right there. You hit that one, you hit the other side, and they come out. I'll give you a view of it right now. And there it is. That's pretty much what it looks like. You see how it comes off? The wires stay like that. If you have yours that are cut, I think it's OPGI or somebody out there sells these where you could butt connect them to make sure that your dome light works correctly. So let's start removing everything. Let's go. Here's a view of those pins right there. You see them right there? Might look a little bit rusted. I'm gonna see if I can replace them. So these pins are actually screwed onto the hardtop. So you should be able to replace them if you guys have yours that are missing. OPGI sells them, and I believe Classic Industries, gbodyparts.com, maybe even eBay. They should have them too if you want to put a dome light in your car. Check this out. I even started unscrewing this one right here. Let me give you guys a better view. You see that right there? That's what they look like. There you go. That's a lot better. And they just screw on in there. They're easy to put in. So if you need to replace yours, this one was a little bent. I did have to straighten it out before taking off that push nut. I can't take this one off by hand, so I gotta get some pliers if I really want to replace them. Alright YouTube, there it is. It's as clean as it's gonna get. It's not gonna look nice, but it is gonna be clean. I did wipe down the dash, vacuumed everything out. I did wipe down the seats as well. I put in those quarter pieces, the quarter panel pieces right there. Both of them were on there. They didn't fall apart that bad, so they're gonna stay in there for a bit. I did put some painter's tape to hold up those wires temporarily while I drive it, and then while I get the interior nice and set up. I did remove the steering wheel because it is dirty. It needs to be cleaned up. I didn't realize, but I guess all G bodies, if they sit for a very long time, the steering wheel gets all sticky. I thought it was just this one, but when I bought the 79, it's exactly the same thing. It seems like somebody poured oil on it or some type of grease on it, but it's actually from the material just deteriorating over time, I guess. Got the steering wheel over here. I am planning on keeping it stock for now. I really like the style of the stock steering wheels here. I did paint it black a very long time ago, but as you can see how it's all falling apart here as I drive it. But it is very sticky, very, very sticky. Here's a 79 here. I want to show you the steering wheel over here. You see like all that grease that's there? It just feels like somebody just drove it with really dirty hands, but I guess that's how these cars or these type of steering wheels get. All right here, you kind of see how shiny it is. It's like grease. It's real, real sticky. This interior here is actually not bad at all. The dash on this one is a lot better than my 78. I would actually drive it like this, cleaning it up. Door panels need work, but it is what it is. Let's get back to the 78. Alright YouTube, check out the suspension over here. Everything down here has been replaced. I did remove the A-arms and I got them sandblasted, or I sandblasted them myself. And then I repainted them. I put new bushings in the back over there, new ball joints. It has new brakes, new discs, new brake lines. Let me see what else. Got the coils in the back right there. Those are 1 inch lower than stock. Let me see if I can shine a light to it. There you go. So those are 1 inch lower than stock, and I also have brand new shocks in there. Just never been driven with this suspension on there. It needs to be aligned too, because after I redid everything, I never took it to get realigned. So let me see what else. The bushings on the sway bar too. I took off the sway bar, painted it. All the steering components are brand new too. So those are all Moog, and they were replaced, greased, and just never aligned and never driven. It does have a lot of dust from all the sanding and all the painting that was going on. I hope that there's no overspray on them. They shouldn't be. I covered everything pretty good, so we'll find out once I clean them up. I think I'm just gonna blow them off and then start hitting them with the microfiber towel and see how they turn out. Same thing in the back over here. I might end up painting this these wheels black, because once I clean them up and I clean up these hubcaps, the hubcaps don't have backing to it, so you'll be able to see part of the rim over here. So I might end up painting them depending on how they look after I clean them up, because I do need to clean up these yellow walls here, make them white again. These are brand new tires. I bought them probably 2015 and just never drove it, because, you know, I've been trying to take this car back out since 2009, and just little by little, I wasn't able to. So now, brand new tires, I need to clean those up. Same thing with the rear suspension. On this one, I actually pulled out the rear end because I wanted to completely rebuild it, and I did. I removed it, degreased it like 5 times, cleaned it up real good, painted it, put new brake lines, put new drums, the new kit for inside the drum here. I put all those brand new. The brakes are brand new, shocks are brand new, coil same thing, 1 inch lower than stock. Put the bushings on the trailing arms. I did have to end up replacing one of the trailing arms because I bent it when I was trying to put the bushing in, but it's brand new. So everything back here is ready to go. So time to clean up these wheels, get all those yellow. Look how white they look. They're still like a little bit yellowish, but I'm okay with it. I don't want to sand on them. I have had a lot of people suggest to sand the white walls to get them white, but it's way better than what it was before. They were really, really nasty before. Hubcaps too. I should have got a smaller brush to get in between the spokes here. I thought that other brush that I was using was going to be okay. They're still clean, but I do need a smaller one to get in there, all in between there. So if you can see right here on the video, it looks real clean. They look really clean in person too. I was planning, like I said, to paint the wheel here, but I think I'm gonna be alright. I put one on here, like just on top of it. It's not like fastened in there, so just kind of to get an idea of what it would look like. You can't really tell the difference. And if I take it off, you're gonna see how busted the wheel looks, right? But I think if I paint it, even if I paint it, like all this area here is gonna get scratched up because of the hubcap being installed. But if you look at it like that, I think I'm okay. I'm gonna leave it like that. And then for this over here, I'm gonna clean it up right now. I'm gonna clean it up, just wipe it down, and then I'll bring you guys back on. Alright, YouTube, and this is what it looks like after being wiped down. Look how clean that looks. I'm really happy with it. I think a little bit of water will take care of the rest, because there's a lot of things that I couldn't, or a lot of areas I couldn't reach because of how tight it was. But look how clean it is. Got new, like I said, new ball joints. I forgot I had actually put new calipers in there too with the brakes. I thought it was just the brakes or the brake pads. Look at that, real clean. So now I'm gonna put on the wheel. I'm gonna put on this wheel and the hubcap, see what it looks like. And here's the back over here. The back suspension, I wiped it down the same as the front. See, the drum is nice and black. I did paint that black. It had a lot of dust on it. You can still see some of the dust flying around. Then obviously got some primer on here too. This I had actually wire wheeled it all out, and then I painted it black. But then with the primering and the painting of the car, got all the overspray on there. Gotta clean that up again. I'm not gonna do that now, but I am gonna clean it up later on and paint that black again. And then the chrome tip here, supposed to be chrome, but after a whole bunch of burnouts and all that, a very long time ago, Got all the tar on there from the road, so I gotta clean that up too. Gotta figure out what's gonna work. Hopefully I could do it in this video so we clean it up and make it look nice. Same thing back here. Nice and wiped down. Where as far as I could reach, I didn't want to go too deep into it and spend too much time doing it. Look at all that. It's a lot of dust just sitting there. So let me put this wheel on and then we'll see what it looks like all together. Let's keep it moving. Alright YouTube, all 4 rims are on. But before I lower the car, I do want to try to hit the tip over here with some Goo Gone and see if that works out. A lot of people I've seen that they use gas, put some gasoline on a rag and start rubbing it down. But I'm going to try Goo Gone here and see how that works out. And see how shiny we could get this tip right here. So hopefully nice that looks compared to how it was before. Nice and clean. I even hit a little bit behind the chrome tip too to make sure that tar came off of there. So the Goo Gone did the job. I hit it probably like 5 or 6 times. I don't remember how many times I hit it. Hit it with that and obviously the spreader just to scrape off some of the tar without scratching the chrome tip. And then I went ahead and I hit it with the Goo Gone and some fine steel wool. This is obviously a new one. I hit it with the new one right after I cleaned off the Goo Gone and then polished it up a little bit with Mother's All Chrome. So there it is. I'm really happy with it. That worked out. I already went ahead and lowered the car. It's ready to go. But one thing that I just noticed is that I got a little ahead of myself and I put the hubcaps on. I want to make sure that the lug nuts are tightened up really good on the floor while the car's on the floor. So I got to remove the hubcaps again, but I'll do that off camera. So now it's time to move on to the steering wheel over here. I do want to clean it up. So let's see how I clean that up. One thing that I noticed on the steering wheel is that this piece, the top piece right here, all this right here could come off of this metal piece that's in here. So I'm gonna see if I could try to take that off right now. And I'm planning on putting this in a sink with some warm or hot water and washing it with Dawn dish soap first to try to see if I can remove any of that stickiness to it. And that's why I'm wearing gloves right now, because that crap is really hard to take off of your fingers once it gets on. So as you can see, I painted it a long time ago. I forgot what kind of paint it is, but it was interior paint. I forgot what brand it was. So it is coming off, and every time you kind of drive it or just grip it, it just comes off and it sticks to your hand. So let me see if I could get it back to stock. That's the plan here, is to clean it up as much as possible and get it back to that color. So let me see, you can't really see the color on here. The steering wheel is pretty much the same color as the dashboard. So for right now, I don't mind driving it like that until I figure out what I'm gonna do with the whole interior. Let me see. You kind of see how the paint's already coming off of there. You see that? So that means when I did paint it, I didn't do a good job of cleaning it up. Either that or the oil that's inside of the steering wheel or the material here just started leaking out and started eating up at that paint. You can see how it's coming off. Yeah, so let me see if we could take this off without ruining anything here. One thing I don't want to do is wash it and then have all this start rusting. There it is. It's off. I want to see if I could take this off too, because I really don't want to get water in there. But I think this is, I don't know if it's held on by anything. Let me see if I can push it out. Oh yeah, you can push it out. Nice. Maybe I could get another steering wheel that's in better condition and replace this. Oh, nice. Very nice. Oh, that looks so tight. That's awesome right there. That's badass. Let me see. You can see all this already coming off. So this is ready to go. Take it to the sink. You can hear it. See if I can take off as much as possible. So let me keep doing this and see how much I could take off, and we'll go to the sink and take it off. For the steering wheel over here, there's nothing I could really remove. If anything in the middle starts getting a little rusted, it looks like it's already rusting anyways. But I'm gonna try to dry it up as much as possible. You can see the back is a little bit of surface rust on there, but I guess that's normal. So let me peel off as much as possible on this, and then we'll go to the sink. Alright YouTube, now that it's been clean as possible, as much as I could, this one feels not as sticky. It feels pretty good. And the steering wheel itself, as you can see, it looks green. It doesn't look blue. It's supposed to look like this blue right here. You see that right there? Then it goes into like the green, which is what I'm trying to get rid of. Hopefully I can get rid of it. If not, I mean, it is what it is. I'll still drive it like that. But this is very sticky still. So it is cleaned up with dish soap, and I cleaned it up as much as I could and did it a couple of times. I wasn't worried about removing the black from in there because I did paint that too, but that's not going to show, so I'm okay with it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit it with some Goo Gone. I'm going to spray it in this container here, at least this part right here, just to see how it's going to react. So I'm going to spray it and I'm going to let it sit for a couple of minutes, and then I'm going to wipe it off with some white paper towels, and then we'll see how it turns out. If that turns out pretty good, then I'll hit the steering wheel too. The only thing I'm worried about on the steering wheel is this little area here. If I put that Goo Gone in there, I don't know if this is going to come off too, because the Goo Gone is supposed to be to remove like sticky stuff like stickers and stuff like that. So if this is on there with some type of glue, it might remove it too. So I don't know. I guess it doesn't matter as long as it's not sticking. I'm able to drive it. I'm cool with that. And there it is, YouTube. The steering wheel is back on. I really like the way that it's looking. It has a slight tint of green that I couldn't remove, but it looks really good. It's still a little bit sticky. I will tell you guys that. I did clean it up a lot. It was a lot. So it's still a little bit of stickiness that's to it, but nothing comes off onto your fingers. It just feels sticky. So I am going to try to figure out a different way of cleaning it up some more, because I kept cleaning it and no more dirt was coming off, no more grime, nothing was coming off of it. So now I know there's a whole bunch of products out there that I'm going to research and see how, you know, those will work on the steering wheel here. But for now, it's good, it's drivable, it's ready to go. I cleaned it up, it looks really good on the car here. I really like the Monte Carlo emblem right there, so it's looking pretty good. So YouTube, gotta take off these hubcaps and tighten down those lug nuts. Let's keep it moving. G-body's still standing. Let's go.